a daddy Mac. Dan's 30 years got our way, trading life and markets every day. Rusty's chained to the mines, digging deep day by day. But when Option Omega releases new features, he's free to come out and play option. Omega, you're trading home, where every move makes you feel less alone.
What's up, everybody?
Good morning. Sounds like you're at the racetrack.
Right.
Have you done a couple laps this morning?
Hey,
already?
we've got the King of Chicago here, David Sheridan. We've got the King of New York here, Matt Simon.
That's Paul Simon.
Paul Simon.
Close.
And we've got the King of Destin here, Troy McNeil.
That's right.
We all made various trips and various days, but we're back, and we're ready to support you as you lose money, probably. So,
what a statement, man! What
Way to set the bar high.
Full disclosure.
Troy, I saw multiple people saying last week was the best week ever for automated trading.
Yes,
I
last
said
week
that.
was good.
I
Yeah.
said that it was my best week.
Okay, so there multiple people. We don't even need multiple people. We just need you.
But I like
Yeah,
that
yeah.
statement, Troy. Full disclosure: you will lose money.
You will, but you will also lose money sometimes, and that's okay. It's the best loser wins, is what the book says.
Troy, just because I'm a little hungry, can we get a quick update on Destin and what kind of fresh fish
Yes,
you ate
please.
there?
I'm glad you asked.
Thank you.
So I'm going to go ahead. Hey, listen, go ahead and light up the chat today. Today's going to be a
Bullish.
chat day. Go ahead and get
Futures down 20, bullish.
Oh, yeah. Listen, let me go ahead and tell you about seafood. I hope you like seafood because we're about to go. So here's the thing. I got some friends. They have been in Destin a long time. They know Destin, fishermen down there, the real deal. So what we do is these are our Destin spots whenever we go down to Destin, the boys. This was a boys trip. We go to a place called Dewey Destin's. And it's on the water there, and it's incredible. Grouper, I got the fried scallops.
Fried scale. I never had fried scallops. Wow.
Oh my gosh, man! And they're from there. I mean, they're legit.
Yeah.
Fried scallops, so good. I got the mate's platter, which was fried mahi, fried scallops, and fried shrimp. I love shrimp. I could have ate 800 of those scallops. They were delicious.
Now coming out of the water, what's normal size scallops? A little bigger? Or what
No, they're nothing like huge, but it doesn't take much.
Yeah.
We went to Harbor Docks. Harbor Docks has sushi. Had some really fresh tuna and things like that. The win for the week, I think, there's a place called Donut Hole. I got crab cake Benedict. Got some donuts. The win
Pause.
of the week.
You gotta unpack that a little bit. Was it donuts with crab cake? Are those separate things?
Yeah.
I did not eat the
more.
donut. They got the donuts. I got the crab cake Benedict.
Bullish.
Yes. Crab cake Benedict
Yes.
is the best breakfast in the world.
Wait, so this was a donut? Okay, was it it was a
It's
donut
like a diner.
place? Oh,
It's a donut hole. It's a staple down there. Long lines in the morning. We got
they
there
have both
late.
donuts and seafood. I've never heard of a
I've
breakfast.
They
never
don't have. They're not known for their seafood, but like they're most people get pancakes. But I saw on the thing, crab cake Benedict, and I just went.
But
I
this
don't
is
think
like
they're
this is
known
like
for
you
crab
and me
cake.
who, when we go somewhere and they have a ribeye on the menu for breakfast,
Oh, you're gonna eat a ribeye for
Why
sure.
not? Oh yeah,
Cracker
ribeye.
Barrel,
For sure.
Waffle
Oh.
House.
Yeah. Well, we don't go to Cracker Barrel anymore.
I was
yeah.
wondering if you would see that.
But then the win for the week was we drove to Pensacola and we went to a restaurant called the Grand Marlin.
Grandma.
The Grand Marlin was incredible. It was, so our appetizers were fried lobster legs or tails, fried lobster tails, The other appetizer was the tuna thing they do with the avocado. Matt knows what I'm talking about. What do you call that?
Like a tuna salad or like avocado toast?
California roll? No.
No, it's like there's a name for it. It's like a dip, basically.
Oh, it did.
But and then
I don't know.
Okay, I'll figure that out. And then we got oysters Rockefeller.
Mm.
So
yeah.
Yeah.
What was the main?
My main thing was I got a Key West lobster tail.
Key West lobster tail.
Yeah, so they have lobsters in the Keys in the Caribbean. And tartar, that's right, tuna tartar. That's right. And so people got grouper, people got grouper sandwiches, people got tuna steak. It's great. So anyway, shout out seafood. Seafood's incredible.
And you notice the difference when you're out there and they're getting it for it's so much better than
I don't know
Knoxville grouper.
Well, I'll eat Knoxville grouper as well. So but I think it's more about the anecdotal experience of it.
Yeah.
You're over the water and you just have to trust that these places are it definitely tasted fresh. So
was Destin less busy because school's in
I've been down there where it's dead. It was not dead. Now it wasn't like full Destin mode, but it was like Saturday night was popping.
Wow.
It was Matt, how was New York?
Oh yeah, Matt was in.
Great. I just went to New York for a quick trip. It was great. I ate a lot. I walked a lot.
Good.
And I tried to hit all the high points as quick as I could. I will say LaGuardia, beautiful airport. I had low expectations. I don't think maybe as a child I was there. I can't remember, but you fly in right over. I think I'm from the Midwest of the country, right? And I forget how much water there is on the East Coast because it's a coast,
Yeah.
and New York is on the water. And as somebody not from New York, I just don't think about that. I just think of the concrete jungle. And then they have no grass there, but
Right.
they are on the water. So it's very nice flying in.
So do you fly in? I forget. When you're flying, you fly in over the water.
Yeah. And it's like, I mean, I didn't look at it on a map, but it looks like some sort of isthmus, peninsula, island type deal that the airport is on. And had a bagel, salmon lox. So I got seafood bagel, which I haven't had a bagel in years because it's a bagel and I have self-control issues, but it was delicious. I ate it for breakfast and lunch. It was huge.
Wow.
So that was great. Went to a bagel store that had all these different types of cream cheeses. It's like when you go to Baskin Robbins and you see all the ice cream. It was like that, except for cream cheese. Is that? I didn't know. I took a picture of it. I'll have to show you this picture. It was crazy. So, and the fresh salmon.
Are you a squid ink guy?
Never had it. I don't know. I couldn't say. It's such an exotic dish. I'm a simple man. I've never had it.
Okay.
Simple man.
Okay. Well, listen, while we were gone, the market kind of did nothing.
It kind of went to all-time highs, didn't it?
Yeah, I mean,
is that bullish?
I mean, last week was deathly boring, except for you had the Fed Wednesday, right? So basically, the whole week was Thursday up 30 points, Friday up 30. Vol kind of hung in there a bit, which was great for mixed month spreads, right? And then this week, not as many catalysts. I mean, all you have is PCE on Friday, and you have Tuesday Micron earnings, and Thursday, my favorite stock in the world by far, Costco. Costco is
really
Costco is Thursday.
Okay,
not my favorite. My favorite. I mean, again, how do you not? When you talk, what's the Remember Peter Lynch? The Peter Lynch philosophy. Get a stock you see, or how can anybody fade Costco when every time you go in there, it's like the gold rush every time? I'm just like, what are people doing? I mean, are they giving away toilet paper? What's going on in there?
The thing about Costco is I'm a very discerning, like I I love reviews. When I buy something, I want to buy not the best thing, but the best thing for me. So like I'll do like these Sony headphones. I've had them for many years for recording music. And these are like the industry standard $100 headphones. And I did a lot of research. I was like, okay, this is the one. This is the one. Costco, the reason I like Costco is because they do the research for you. You know, if they have something at Costco, it's going to be the thing that like most people want because
they do.
their buyers, well, they only have one of it, right? For most things, like, I mean, you can choose multiple TVs and whatnot, but there's a lot of things. Like if you're buying knives, I could be talking wrong here. Maybe they have 50 types of knives, but it's a kind of thing where it's like, if you need a thing of knives, you can go buy the knives and they're probably going to be good knives or great knives. Like Costco has this minimum standard for quality that they're going to buy just what they know people want. Same thing with clothes. Like I try never to buy clothes, but I bought some sleep pants 2 years ago at Costco. Best sleep pants I've ever had. Didn't read reviews. I just walked over. I was like, these are a good price. They're here. I need some. They're going to be great. Minimum quality level. They got it.
Pants. I have never heard that term before. Pajamas, PJs, sleep pants.
They're sleep pants. They double as great exercise pants in the winter.
Like I like that multi-purpose.
The pants he's talking about from Costco, I literally just wear every day all the time.
Yeah. I gotta get some.
They're very comfortable.
I gotta get some.
Now listen, my wife, my dear wife, whom I love very much, best mom in the world, she tried to drop some alpha on me yesterday because I was telling her last night, I saw the news that they're going to announce the cause of autism today.
I heard
that. I've heard the cause.
And my guess is it's going to be Tylenol during pregnancy.
Yeah, I think I saw that was the headline. Who owns Tylenol these days?
Well, so she
are you
said,
about to model something?
No, I'm not. She said she said last night, why don't you buy one of the things that makes money when it goes down?
Did she say that?
Yeah, she did. And I said, it's hard. I was trying to explain the idea of like it's hard to front run stuff that everybody knows.
Yeah, it's already. Yeah, it'll probably be down today or yet.
Yeah, so it's those playing at home. It's
KVUE.
KVUE.
KVUE. Okay.
It's publicly traded. It's down 4 pre-market.
It's down 4%. 4%.
What was it down last week though, Matt? Was it down?
Well, that's the question. I don't know the chart.
Let me see. KVUE.
For our KVUE holders out there, how's it been holding the stock?
Oh my gosh, great question.
KV. Okay, let's see.
I don't even know if they have options.
Yeah. September 4th, it was $20.57.
Oh, so it has dropped. Yeah.
It hit a high of $22.87 at the end of July. So it's
down 20%.
Yeah, nothing crazy. Yeah. I mean,
now listen, this is a great time. I mean, as Warren Buffett or some fake account that makes up Warren Buffett quote says, you have to buy when everybody's panicked and panic when everybody's buying, and something like that. So, I mean, listen, it's not financial advice, but if you were long Tylenol, you load the boat, right? I mean, this is theoretically.
But I've also heard a saying in the pitch, Troy. I've also heard a saying like when stocks after earnings that are going down, don't catch a falling knife.
Don't catch a falling knife.
It's going down for a reason.
Well, how many stocks could you use the product because it's falling though? You think about that. I mean, that's a riddle. How many stocks could you have where you use the product as you're losing money? Because you're losing money and it's going down every day, you get to use the product.
I mean, I would think any of the Vice stocks have experienced that before.
That's true.
Tobacco
the alcohol, tobacco stocks. That's true. Yeah, it's a good point. Well, listen, Matt has spun something up for us today.
Man,
Matt?
well, it actually kind of inspired by your comment that you had your best week trading, automated trading or back tested trades or mechanical trades, best week ever. Is that right? Did I hear that correctly?
Yeah, so much. And let me just do a quick little thing. I want to, like, there are people who really do a good job of optimizing their portfolio. I'm going to just be honest. I'm not that guy. I do not do a lot of analysis, like deep dive analysis on what's working and not working. I try to just trust the process a little bit. I definitely do. Yesterday, I had some time and I kind of did a deep dive of what's been performing. And now I trade a lot because I've got small account challenge stuff running. I've got all this stuff. So you kind of have to, but like as far as what has performed the best P&L wise for me, it's not going to be small account just because the size and stuff. I'm keeping that small to show. I've got like 3 or 4 strategies, and most of them are long Vega that have done it. So much so that last night I upped. So I'm saying this as a warning to all of you who trade TCs. Look out, because I've now upped my allocation for all of these. So we'll see what happens.
As they say in trading places, sell Mortimer.
That's right. Godspeed. Godspeed. Anyway, Matt, sorry.
Oh, no. I mean, so what I have is here, we're going to try to do this live. And let's see, I need to add we're doing this on the fly. So let's see if I can figure this out.
Hey, Matt, as you're setting that up, Troy, can I ask one of these, when someone says, I've had the best.
Okay, there we go. Can we see this?
I've had the best, 3, 4 strategies did the best for me. Could I, if I just guess in general one of them, could I get a yes or no out of it?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
How about, would a Friday 5-7? Was that
no, but it's done really well. I did up that one, but it's not the top.
But that wasn't in the top 3 or 4.
No.
Okay, well that's good. What's the show on TV where you do that? It's like you have to Price is Right or no, where you guess most popular answer, ding, it'll go.
Oh yeah, really, yeah, all of them.
I forget.
Yeah,
all right.
Yeah.
So Friday, so 5-7, because I've noticed. I mean, yeah, that's worked. But again, in the environment, most DCs have done, or mixed month, as you said, calendars. And I mean, I noticed real quick the last 2 Thursdays, I put on like that 15-day calendar on Thursday, and both days in one day, which is unusual, it almost made 10%.
Wow.
From Thursday to Friday, the 15-day calendar 5 wide. I've got that automated. And I looked at that because it's not normal. And it's just because you had that, the vol was, as Matt says, sticky. I like that. It was a little, is that the word sticky means it kind of stays up there a little bit?
Yeah.
It just kind of worked a little enough because you don't need much Vega to where it goes to the bottom line.
Right.
So I noticed, because you also, don't you agree? You notice when you're automating or you're doing stuff on a regular basis, when, hey, I don't normally make this kind of yield that quick, right? Yeah. You can kind of say, whoa. And then it makes you go look and see. I mean, there's only 2, when people look for why you're up more than normal, there's only 2 culprits. Just look at, price and vol. There's not
price and vol
of them. Just check, go back and kind of recreate. Anyways, Matt,
so I've got a test, but I just want to, just for a second, talk about this idea of how quickly things got to profit, because I did something last week I haven't done in a while, and I manually partially exited a single back test, which I had a lot on. So most of them I just ran automatically, but one of them did what you're talking about, Dan, where it got to an unreasonable amount of profit in a very quick amount of time, like happens maybe 0.5% of the time.
Yes. Right.
And so that's when I was like, and that's one of those things. And this happened in April as well. I mean, I I had calendars in April that did this as well. And some of them I let run, and some of them it was literally the most profit they ever had and the fastest profit. And there was one that usually is, if you get 30%, it's great. It tripled. It went to 200%.
Wow.
So this
I
does,
remember that one. I remember.
yeah, this does happen.
Yeah.
But we should probably do a whole show on the idea of like TTBT versus pulling the ripcord. And like, if it happens 30% of the time where a test gets to something, that's pretty common. If it happens less than 1% of the time, that's pretty uncommon, especially if you have trust the back test.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Of course.
I should
So,
sorry about that.
but anyway, that'd be an interesting show. Speaking of back tests, this is an old back test. This is from our Build a Backtest Portfolio class on Option Omega Academy. If you're not aware, we have a educational site, academy.optionomega.com, and it's got paid content and then free content. This is from one of the free classes, so it costs nothing. You do need your own unique login and password, costs nothing, but separate from your Option Omega subscription. The link is in the description here to this backtest, which I've shared. You can see it there. Now, this is interesting. When we did Academy, you can see this class is about a year old. And what's interesting is this backtest had done pretty well, for almost 5 years. If you run it year to date, and we're just talking about an environment last week that, very good for a lot of long vol trades. What's interesting is this backtest, not that great year to date, not that great. Still winning, but your losers are outnumbering your winners in terms of the size. So it wins about half the time. And if you look at it, look what happened this last week. What happened, Troy? What happened to this backtest last week? How much did it lose?
Oh. My eyes are. It lost a lot.
It lost a lot. That's what I was looking for. A lot. Yeah.
50%.
Yes. North of 50%. And this is interesting because I think in playing around with it, look at this one. Boom. Went from $7 to $1.90. And I think we're going to see a theme here. Do you guys see a theme here? Look at what we started at, 62.67. What did we end at? 62.92. Chat, what could this backtest use to deal with some of these issues we have? Let's find another one. Okay, here's one right here. 62.19, 62.64. Went from $8 to $2.85.
On the upside.
Yuck. It went on the upside, but it didn't. Our strikes were at 32.10. Or sorry, 363.10, and we got to 62.64. So just never got there. And it does still, even this year, it's hit the 30% profit target. Here's 4 out of 5 times when it hit it. But again, here's another one, 59.31 in 6,005, and a loser, pretty nice loser. What are we missing, chat? What is this backtest missing? Can anybody see what could be used to maybe make this backtest a little more robust? What exit do we have, and what exit do we need? Anybody? I know the answer. I'm not going to say it. 10 seconds, chat. 10 seconds. Troy, Dan, any thoughts?
Something to do with volatility.
That's right. I'm thinking a short long ratio. And so let's see. So this one got to 0.11. This one here, this one did okay. But it was still pretty close to the calls. I mean, we're only 20 points away from the calls, lost $1. Here's one that got absolutely destroyed at 0.07. Another one that got destroyed at 0.05. Short long ratio is exactly what I was thinking about. So let's do, what do we think? 0.2. Whoops. not the stop loss.
Stop.
We're going to go into exit conditions and do short long ratio. So we're going to exit when the short long is below. We're going to look at 0.2, and right now it has nothing. Okay, so that, interestingly, so this is same number of winners. Now I'm just looking at this microscope of the year to date, and I haven't optimized this. So 0.2, yeah. So look at what it did to this one. It's still a big loser, but right at open, it cut it off. Which incidentally, that's why the short long ratio is below 0.2, because it was right at open. And you still lost a good amount, but you lost maybe 45% instead of 65%. And the short long ratio exits are trimming the losers. Look, here's another one. 932 exit, a little bit below the ratio, kind of a nasty loser, but the losers are a little bit nasty. What happens if we just increase the short long ratio, maybe 0.3? Let's see if this helps at all. A little bit better. So, I mean, this is still a pretty anemic capture rate. But some of these short long ratios, yeah. What's interesting is a lot of them are getting crushed Thursday into Friday, at least recently here. Thursday into Friday right there. But see, here's one Thursday afternoon gets out. Again, this is still, I don't know what this is, like a 25% loser maybe. And here's one Friday morning. So there's a real danger, Will Robinson, here on the Thursday night into Fridays where they're just getting crushed. But I wonder if we run this back to the beginning of the test, how this does in that same time frame. And we can of course run it longer. But this idea that especially with a 4-7, you've got a weekend between the shorts and the longs. So if somehow vol gets crushed, you have that extra weekend to where that crush could hurt. Let's see how this does. Again, it was profitable for 4.5 years. The backtest setup has some exit slippage. It does have a profit target on this DC. It's also got rails for the deltas, and the exit slippage was 0.1. So you could maybe argue you maybe want even a little bit more exit slippage, but that should get you close. And there are going to be some weeks you don't have any slippage. So this backtest now we're running, basically we're going to have 6 years of data on it. And, this is nothing I would get super excited about, but overall it wins more than it loses. Your winners are bigger than your losers. And, it might be something to play with. It hasn't been profitable every year, but here's the other thing. This is just one backtest. I don't think we've done a lot of this concept of a 4-7. Have we done 4-7s much?
I was going to ask you about that. What's 4-7?
I mean, it's just, there's a lot of people that enter DCs on Mondays. And this is an interesting concept because you're buying a Monday. So you're buying a weekend. You're buying the weekend vol and you're selling the Friday. So you're long the following weekend vol. But I don't even know if these deltas, I mean, I have no idea. This would take a few minutes to run, but there might be better deltas. I'm sure there probably are better.
I like
better
this.
Deltas.
I like two quick comments. I like a 4-7 especially in a lower vol environment, because a lower vol environment, your Monday, right?
Yeah.
Might not get torched.
Yes.
Right. And even though you sell a Friday, you don't give, you're still getting some decay, not as much. I mean, market makers lowered on Thursday, but what I was going to ask you guys is just, at the beginning, you and Troy were, when I was mentioning that, you're saying maybe the best week, automated back testing last week. But if I would have said to you 2 weeks ago, Matt, in 2 weeks, you're going to have your best, or Troy, you're going to have your best automated week ever, and VIX will be in the 15s. What would you, I mean, have you ever, when you think back to, like you said, the last week you had that, wouldn't you normally think like April or so, when you have a very good week
VIX
and mixed month spreads, vols higher. I mean, this was 15. I mean, we closed Friday at VIX 15.45. Would you expect that? Yes. How many times when you've nailed it on these mixed months
Yeah.
things. How many times has VIX been in the 15?
I know. Well, I think that's right, Dan. And the thing that I take away from that is when you put a DC on, I've gone back and forth in my mind because I look at it last week. I was like, this is crazy. When you put a DC on, the vol at that time stamp is relative to where you're at the point in time. Yeah. And so
Right.
15, let's say 1540 and VIX finishes up at 15.70. Well, it's elevated. It is what it is, And
but you look, Troy, like you don't need much.
don't.
Like I looked on a calendar I had, and even though VIX was down, right? VIX does not represent your 4 strikes in a DC.
That's
And
right.
So I looked, my longs were up literally 0.2, 0.25, but my shorts were only up like 8 cents.
Yeah.
Now you think, no big deal.
Yeah.
It is. It's enough to get you up 15% or something. And in one day. And I think that's what people miss by, if you're just looking at VIX without monitoring the vols of your 4 strikes, you're going to miss that because it is subtle. Most people wouldn't look at it. Well, even though VIX was maybe down Friday, my longs were up a little bit, but my shorts really weren't up much, or whatever it is. But that can translate into pretty good shekels.
Yes.
Right. Or
yes.
But would you say overall, you guys over the last 2-3 years, when you've had a really good week on mixed month spreads, double calendars, or whatever, at least with memory, would VIX have been higher?
Yeah, I think a lot. I think it depends how you set up your deltas too, because a lot of people do the long Vega, long delta thing. And so I think a lot I think there are people who have done well when VIX is actually crushed, but they have,
that's a good point.
It's a long delta trade as well.
Long
so maybe,
delta,
but I mean, I think back to 2022 and it was like, I remember in 2022, I felt like DC's only won to the downside, like time spreads, diagonals, whatever. I remember one time thinking, oh man, this got to the call side. I don't ever remember that happening because vol was so, to your point, vol was so elevated and definitely higher than 15 most of the time. It wasn't just sticky, but it was elevated as well.
Well, I think I looked at last night. I was doing that analysis, and one of the things I realized is I didn't necessarily mean to do this, but I've slowly been kind of, personally speaking, there are still some killer orbs that I see people doing.
Yes.
Personally speaking, I don't, because one of the things I've realized is that on any given day, I've got so many DCs on, and they translate to long enough delta to where like I'm kind of doing okay on some of those same orb environments.
Long delta enough.
That's a good point. Yeah. You just have built-in orbs in your calendar.
And so shout out calendars.
Yeah, shout out. So we don't know if we're going to spend much time with this 4-7. Glenn had a super interesting point, which I was looking at 2025 just as a quick and dirty year to date, had no blackout dates on it. I would almost wager that some of those ugly losers are probably holiday weeks that need to be blacked out. But if somebody wants to work on that 4-7, again, that's the original back test, I believe, straight from the class. So deltas are up for grab. Anything you want to play with it, just keep the idea of a 4-7. I guess you could there are other days you could do a 4-7 on. I liked the Monday setup because you can test it back before dailies. So we can do 5 years on it. But if you guys,
would you say that's the most popular one, Matt? The put on Monday that you've seen?
Listen, I don't know where. I'm not actually sure where that test came from. I don't want to take credit if somebody shared it, but I feel like I might have made that up for the class, to be honest. Maybe not, but that was a while ago. I've slept since then. And I mean, it is a green test with bigger winners and losers. It does have more risk because of the number of nights you're holding it. But yeah, play with that. Troy's
if you
DMs
historically stayed away Have you historically stayed in the back testing, sell Friday by Monday? Has that kind of been an what's your
they
thoughts
just
on that?
work a little bit differently because of Thursday's vol. So, I mean, I did 2.5s for a long time, and 2.5s can be very profitable, but they were just the weirdest. They were the weirdest calendars. Entering on a Wednesday, a 2.5. So selling the Friday, buying the Monday. And they were the weirdest calendars. The other thing I noticed about them is they consistently had higher slippage. Consistently on both entry and exit. And entered at multiple. I don't know if that was, I mean, I did them for, I traded them for over a year. I probably did 50 to 75 of them. So enough to know. Troy, what do you think?
I think what happens with those 2.5s on Wednesdays is a lot of times on a Friday, yes, the Friday's getting crushed, but they'll take out Monday too. A lot of times. And so even going further, the spread like 2.6, 2.7, I think just having some sort of a lot of anchor points vol-wise are on Wednesdays just because of the data points. Yes. So even trying like a 2.7 where the longs keep a little bit more.
Yeah. Well, it'd be, an interesting concept for that. I don't know that I've seen this, but if you wanted to test out that concept, it'd be interesting to do a trade that you enter on Tuesday and buy the following week's vol. So like what would that be? Like a 1.6 on Tuesday? Is that right? Yeah. 1.6 on Tuesday would be interesting. Wow. And you could backtest that for a number of years, because even though you're buying it on a Tuesday, it doesn't matter that there haven't been Tuesday expirations that long, but a 1.6
that's selling Wednesday, buying Wednesday.
Selling Wednesday, buying Monday would be a 1.6. You could do a 1.8 as well. I mean, there's a lot of flavors of Skittles. Yeah, so anyway, we may come back to that test. Smash that like button and let us know in a comment if we should. Troy, do your thing.
Yeah, smash it, and then smash it and come back tomorrow. So we're gonna listen. I don't know about you guys. I've got to go. The land is calling me. I don't know if you guys see. We're in the midst of we've got some fog going on.
Oh, nice.
Oh yeah, I noticed that driving.
Yeah, we're
that's
ready
a good picture right there.
Yeah, we're ready to go walking pre-market. So
you got 7 minutes. 7 minute walk.
On that note, listen, you guys have a great trading day.